Hi, it's Gerry Kayye. We're here at InfoComm 2017. I'm here with Gerry Raffaut. Gerry's the owner and founder of IMAGsystems. How are you, Gerry?
I'm very well, Mel.
I hope I didn't butcher your name too bad.
That was right. That was right.
Not bad, not bad. Hey, so you're kind of a unique position. Now, number one, you're an SDVEO adopter, right? The Alliance, right? Correct. So therefore, you're using Aptovision technology, which, for those that don't remember or maybe don't know, has the capability of sending 4K video over IP at 10 gig, right? So you use a 10 gig switch and you can send it over a network, and it's true network based. I mean, this is true AV over IP, right?
Correct. Anything, anywhere. As long as you've got a number of ports, then we can send your signal there.
Yeah, but you're unique because you also have a wider product range than just one product.
Yeah, that's right. We started with the Lightning product, which is the Aptovision one, which uses 10 gig, but 1 gig is sort of where a lot of the market is at the moment. And so we have a Thunder product that we call Thunder, which uses JPEG 2000.
Right, and those are the two big, right now, compression technologies or compression types that are being used to send 4K level video across IP, right? I mean, those are the two big winners right now.
That's all right. JPEG 2000 is very, very popular.
Yeah, what's the difference, if you don't mind?
Well, like you said it before, compression versus sort of lightly compressed or even uncompressed, depending on the 4K resolution.
But even let's say you're doing 4K 60 444 across the network. Obviously, at 16-bit, 24-bit color, you're going to have to compress that in 10 gig network. So what's the difference in the way it's doing compression versus the way JPEG 2000 is? Why are they able to go down to 1 gig?
It's a 10 gig network. So with the Aptovision chipset, we're starting at a bandwidth which is much greater than 10 gig, but we're only squishing it down lightly underneath the 10 gig pipe.
Right.
Whereas with JPEG 2000, we've got to still get that same 18 or so gig of data and get it down into 1 gig. So something has to give. Yeah. So there are trade-offs. The quality is pretty good, but it's not as good as if you had lightly compressed it.
Right, so it depends on the application, right? You have to pick what you want to use based on the application. Well, a lot of the adopters of the SDVEO Alliance only have one product. You have two products, so therefore you give them a choice between if they want to go on a 10 gig network and they want to put an AV infrastructure in that way, network infrastructure, or if they want to go with a 1 gig system. The application difference would be what? Like, when would you want to use the 10 gig system versus the 1 gig?
Like high resolution command and control, say medical, where every pixel needs to represent something that you don't want an anomaly being there. Sports bars, JPEG 2000, or 264 with latency in sports bars and those type of applications, they suit, and that's what video over IP is about. You have a choice. There are a couple of technologies that will suit.
Yeah, and here, what you're demonstrating this 4K monitor here is you have multiple sources coming in. They're on the network, and you can put them wherever you want because this is basically all software-based.
That's exactly right. So the magic of the network switch is allowing us to put several sources onto this 4K display. So we're able to put multiple sources, in this case 5 or 6 sources on there, and allow application that someone needs to be able to view several type of sources at the same time. And if there's something of interest, and they can pull that up, quite easily.
And it sort of creates a video wall type environment, right?
That's right. Oh, more than just video wall, in that we can put lots and lots of content on it, but also incorporate it into multiple displays for video wall and multi-view at the same time. That's just the power of the Lightning product can provide.
Right, and that's one of the cool things about this is that you can use one display with multiple sources, or you can have multiple displays with multiple sources, or you can have multiple displays making one image, right?
That's exactly right, and that type of functionality out of one box is something that is unheard of, and that's just
without spending $20,000 back in the day.
That's right, or even more. So that's what's so exciting about this, and interesting the conversations I've been having with some integrators, some US-based integrators, have sort of seen this, and they want to see where the big boxes are that's doing it, and I'm telling them it's inside there,
Yeah, and they don't really. They've not. Well, this is new though, right? I mean, this you're basically at the beginning stages of a whole new wave of AV. I mean, I think a lot of people on the show floor are saying that the future of AV is IP, but they're still talking about it being that way, but they haven't really taken the plunge. It seems like to me that one of the barriers to entry is the fact that it is a new technology and people don't really understand it the way they do traditional switching.
That's right. It's a little bit scary, networking. I mean, AV, pro AV is supposed to be quite, above the the IT. They should be fully understanding it by now, but there's still some concerns out there, and now they're somewhat being forced into this, but it is not as scary as you'd probably expect it to be, and that's what IMAG is about, is to try to simplify the the networking part of the distribution that we have.
And I was at the Integrate show in Australia back in last August, and one of the first integrators of a large-scale system like this was a university there that integrated basically 4K capable system on a 1 gig network throughout the entire campus. And basically what they did was, in the majority of the campus was a lower resolution 1 gig pipe, and then or one more compressed, I should say, 1 gig pipe. And then in the departments that were scientific based, medical school, journalism school, where they're doing graphic design, they did 10 gig. Are you finding that common, where they're sort of mixing and matching on a network? Yes,
that's exactly right. Like you have destinations that that don't need that image quality, but and they want to be able to put more sources on that one sort of 1 gig pipe. But then there are some aspects of it where they need to have the highest resolution. Like the 10 gig switch allows both, and that's what we're doing today. We're running both a 1 gig and the 10 gig solution on the one 10 gig network, because that's what you can do in networks. That's what it's for.
And demonstrate it that way. And a lot of people, I've been taking a lot of classes to learn about this myself, and it seems like the most common thing that that everyone seems to be pitching simultaneously is that this shouldn't be stuck necessarily on the existing network, but that there should be almost like an AV network layer.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can have absolutely both of them. If you have the separate network, then you have more flexibility, and with more flexibility, you can add more functionality.
Yep. So how do they find more information about your product?
Come down to the booth if you're watching this in the next couple of days.
Which is, by the way, 3987.
3987 it is, or our website, which is IMAGsystems.com.
IMAGsystems.com. Of course, we're going to see you in Australia in just a couple of months, when we were in your hometown in Melbourne at the Integrate show, and saw you at ISE. So you're making the world trip as well, like us.
Yeah, we love those 15, 17-hour hops.
Anytime you go anywhere, it's a 15, 17-hour stop for you. But so we have no right to complain about our 2-hour flight down here, do we?
That's right. That's right.
Well, thanks for joining me today. I wish you best of luck here at the show. I'm excited about the technology. You've educated me a lot over the last year on the technology. I understand a little bit more about it every day. And you also happen to be right across. Isn't that the SDVO Alliance? Isn't that the SDVEO Alliance right there in front of us, or is that?
They're just down there.
Okay, they're down on the other side of the show. Okay, I know they're close to here.
Yeah.
And so I get more and more education every time I see you at a show, and I get to see how you display things. And
those guys have got the comparison.
Yeah.
For the JPEG 2000.
You actually had that in Australia.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. So we let them do it this year. Don't tell them that though.
Thanks for watching, and of course you can see learn more about IMAG Systems at IMAGsystems.com, and you can see all the rave coverage here at InfoComm 2017 at ravepubs.com.